The setting is a large, open-plan corporate accounts department on the 10th floor of a glass office tower in Hong Kong. The room is tense, with softly glowing computer monitors and fluorescent lighting. 3 figures appear in the corridor outside through a transparent glass entry door. A striking Asian woman in a sharp suit, a calm middle-aged man with authority, and a third robotic-like man in a formal dark suit from higher management. Inside, the employees exchange subtle glances, pretending to focus on their work, as a sense of caution fills the air. The glass door remains a constant visual anchor as the room recalibrates its perception of the unfolding situation. Inside a corporate office in Hong Kong, the accounts department has shifted its energy. Conversations stop, phones are set down, and employees now focus intensely on their screens. John, typically cheerful, now appears reverent and slightly unsure. Meanwhile, Varma observes with a calm, analytical gaze, calculating rather than reacting emotionally. The door handle moves. The door swings open slowly. 2 figures step inside. An East Asian woman in a black business suit and a calm middle-aged man. The VP assistant stands briefly, watching the 2 walk forward into the department. Then, without expression or acknowledgement of the people watching him, he turns and walks away down the corridor. Inside the department, no one moves. We see Min, a strikingly beautiful East Asian woman, walking through the central aisle of a corporate accounts department in a Hong Kong office tower. She is guided by a calm, middle-aged man of senior authority. Employees at their desks pretend to focus, their eyes tracking her passage. Min moves with total calm, unhurried and unbothered by the dozens of eyes following her. The tapping keyboards have gone silent, and phones sit forgotten. She advances toward her destination, leaving a beat of stillness in her wake. Everything about her arrival feels inevitable.
You have a lunchtime meeting in the Vice President's office after lunch. I have sent your login credentials by email. Please complete the post-joining documents by the end of the day.
Then the man turns, as if to leave, but stops. His gaze sweeps quietly across the entire floor.
Remember, every action has consequences.
The department freezes as the sentence lands like a stone in still water. He walks toward the exit without looking back. A corporate cubicle in a bustling Hong Kong office. Min, a beautiful East Asian woman in her late 20s, sits at her new desk, having just seen off a middle-aged colleague. Min is still for a moment. Her shoulders drop slightly, and she takes a deep, quiet breath. She places her handbag beside her desk and sinks back into her chair, her body finding rest. But after a few seconds, Min straightens, her professional composure returning. The moment passes, a brief glimpse of her true self amidst her composed exterior. In a Hong Kong office, 3 adjacent cubicles are occupied by 2 men and 1 woman. On the left sits John, wearing a smart casual office shirt. He's full of energy. On the right sits Min, a newly arrived star in a sharp black business suit. Lost in thought, she appears oblivious to her surroundings. Between them sits Varma, a composed Indian man in his early 30s.
Hi, I'm John. Nice to meet you.
John leans dramatically across Varma's desk, extending his hand toward Min with a wide, enthusiastic grin. But Min isn't there to meet his excitement. Her eyes are closed, and she remains perfectly still, lost in her thoughts. John's grin freezes. His hand remains suspended in the air, and his mouth stays half open. It's as if his dream has been canceled right in front of him. Varma, seated between them, observes the scene unfolding. A quiet, genuine laugh escapes him, unable to contain his amusement. End of Chapter 2. The South Indian man, Varma, just let out a soft, genuine laugh. This sound reaches Min, an East Asian woman who slowly opens her eyes. Min straightens her posture and turns slightly to her left to see a man's hand suspended in the air. The man beside it struggles to contain his laughter. Min's expression shifts from blank to mildly confused. She leans back slightly to take in the full picture. Understanding arrives on her face, followed by a small, genuine smile. Min raises her hand slowly and catches John's retreating hand for a light, brief handshake. She looks at him with warm, composed eyes and speaks softly.
She speaks softly to John, her voice calm and unhurried.
John has forgotten to breathe. Varma's laughter has gone silent, and he is simply staring. Min remains gently amused and composed.